Today we're diving into a hidden gem from the Gamecube era, NASCAR Dirt to Daytona. Released in November 2002, this title was developed by Monster Games and published by Infogrames for both PlayStation 2 and Gamecube. Strap in as we explore why this game still resonates more than 2 decades later. In the early 2000s, racing games were hitting their stride on consoles like the Gamecube, blending arcade thrills with a dash of simulation depth. Today, in 2025, we're spoiled with hyper-realistic titles that push the boundaries of physics and graphics, but there's something timeless about revisiting classics. First off, let's take a look at the core gameplay Dirt to Daytona. Isn't your typical lap after lap NASCAR sim. It throws you into a career mode where you start from the bottom, grinding through dirt tracks and beat up modified cars, working your way up to the big leagues like the Winston Cup. It's got that RPG-like progression where you need to earn cash from races to upgrade your ride, hire crew members, and even deal with sponsorships. The racing itself mixes arcade handling with some realistic touches like tire wear and damage that actually affects performance. On the GameCube's controller, those analog triggers feel perfect for feathering the throttle through muddy corners. It's serious business when you're battling AI drivers who aren't afraid to bump you off the track, but there's a fun, forgiving side too. No instant wrecks unless you really mess up. Compared to its contemporaries, Dirt to Daytona stands out for its variety. Think about games from that era like NASCAR Thunder. It was all about polished asphalt ovals and big-name drivers, but it lacked the dirt track chaos that makes this one feel alive. Or Gran Turismo 3 on PS2, which was a simulation powerhouse with hundreds of cars and meticulous tuning, but it didn't capture the American stock car vibe like Dirt to Daytona. This game was more approachable, like a rowdier cousin to Toka Race Driver, blending career storytelling with on-track action. It wasn't as graphically stunning as Burnout 2's Crash Fest, but it nailed the progression hook that kept you playing for hours, much like how Midnight Club 2 rewarded street racing exploration. Fast forward to 2025, and modern racing games make Dirt to Daytona look like a charming relic from a simpler time. Titles like Forza Motorsport or iRacing offer photorealistic graphics, dynamic weather, and online multiplayer that simulates real NASCAR events with pinpoint accuracy. Think laser scan tracks and AI that learns from your style. NASCAR Heat series, especially Heat 5 or the upcoming reboots, builds directly on what Dirt to Daytona pioneered with deeper career modes and esports integration. But here's where the fun comes in. Popping this into an emulator on a 4K screen today reveals its blocky polygons and low-res textures, yet the core loop holds up surprisingly well. No microtransactions, no always online requirements, just pure, unadulterated racing. In a world dominated by live service games like the Crew Motorfest with its open world antics, Dirt to Daytona's focused grind feels refreshingly straightforward. It's like comparing a classic muscle car to an electric hypercar. One has soul, the other has tech. That said, it's not all smooth sailing. The graphics haven't aged gracefully. Those early 3D models look dated next to ray trace beauties in Gran Turismo 7. Sound design is solid with roaring engines, but it lacks the immersive audio of today's Dolby Atmos setups. And while the AI is aggressive, it's predictable compared to the neural net opponents in modern sims. For retro enthusiasts, it's a blast to mod or upscale via Dolphin emulator, breathing new life into it. Overall, NASCAR Dirt to Daytona earns a solid 7 out of 10 from this 2025 vantage point. It's a serious contender for the best NASCAR game of its era, blending depth with fun in ways that modern titles sometimes overcomplicate. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit that like button if you're revved up for more retro reviews. Thanks for watching.
Clear high. Clear low. You're all clear. All clear. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. All clear. Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear low.